Hey my friend, welcome back to a new video. What I will share today with you will only be understood by old souls, by the ancient spirits who seem like you've lived many lifetimes before. You see, many old souls carry a deep sense of wisdom, maturity, and intuition that makes them seem much older than their actual age. And it's important to know that, to acknowledge the depth and the feeling that you have deep inside of you, because it tells you that there's so much more to your life than just this present experience. And when you start acknowledging more of it and embracing more of it, you recognize, well, you truly are here for a reason. Most probably you've been through a chaotic life because you've been so misunderstood in the past. And you've been through many tests of life because they activated different memories of you, different qualities, different skills and knowledge and deep wisdom from the past. And what you need to do, you need to embrace these parts of you, because that's what truly make you feel like you belong here at this time. You will notice that you were never here to fit into a world that's so out of sync with nature. You're here to actually help others to get back in sync with nature. You have a rare depth, and it's refreshing in a world that often feels shallow. Many old souls often struggle with the superficiality of modern life. So I want to let you know that your depth is appreciated, and your way of thinking and feeling is valuable, especially if you've been thinking that no one understands you or that there's something wrong with you. You see, people who really change the world are people who've been persisting in their own perspective for enough time so the false beliefs could shatter and minds could see the value of that rare and new perspective. So sometimes when you feel misunderstood, don't fall into a belief that there's something wrong with you when what you share is real and natural. Know that it's valuable, and there are people who actually need to hear what you have to say and need to see what you've created and need to feel what you feel. So your experience, your thoughts, your emotions, it's all very valuable. I just want you to know that. You have a very rare depth. And to some people it will be so refreshing when they will come across it that you will change their lives. Just by having an outlet, or just by being you. Many times it doesn't require much for you to accomplish what you've come here to accomplish. Sometimes you just need to be at the right place and radiating your energy, and it will be enough. To those of you who are maybe familiar with the work of Dolores Cannon, she was often talking about that, like these old souls and light workers and this kind of souls. They don't need to do much to change this world or to raise the frequency. They just need to be. They just need to radiate. So it's important to know, because you don't need to do something spiritual to change this or to change the energy. You just need to be you. It's different than pretending, or it's different than trying to fit into something. It's being you. Not trying to be something, but being you is more than enough. And just know your perspective on life is timeless, like something out of a classic novel. Your insights often transcend current trends, making them seem, completely weird and unnecessary. You're wise beyond your years. Is that you, my friend? You see, often I attract towards me other old souls. And sometimes it happens that some of us walk a bit, further in time, which means that something that's happening on the world, we've experienced it before, so then we can show a way for others who are going through it right now, maybe. Like, for example, 2 years before COVID happened, I had a deep feeling that something will happen on this world, and therefore I needed to go in solitude. And I went through kind of a dark phase in my life. And then I've persevered through time. I felt guided. I found a way through. And then when COVID happened, I was free. I was free because I knew I was through it before. And then I was able to guide so many people when they had a very hard time during COVID. So sometimes it happens to us that we experience something way before it happens for others. And it gives us a very new perspective that feels timeless. And it feels very helpful and valuable later in life, when maybe your family members go through what you've been through, like they lose a job, they lose money, or they lose health. And you've been through all of this before, it's a lesson in these experiences, so you can guide them. You see, when people are not ready to hear what you have to offer, they will reject it. But one day they will come back to you and they will ask you for guidance, and that's when you come and share. So that's why you most probably enjoy a lot of solitude more than most people, don't you? Because many old souls find solitude or kind of serenity in alone time, reflecting, reading, or simply just being in nature. I resonate with that a lot, and I do the best work when I'm alone. And I love hanging with people and going to places where I meet new people. I love that, but I limit this time, because if I spend too much time somewhere, it drains me. So I rather spend more time in nature and in my studio and, just exploring new places that are not so crowded. It just gives me a lot of food for inspiration for making art. Like today I'm sharing one of my paintings with you. So if you find a lot of peace in introspection, in reading, in nature, you are an old soul that knows the value of solitude, that knows the value of being alone and reconnecting with life. And many times you may feel like you were born in a different era than what feels natural. Like you would be born in a wrong era of time. Many old souls feel disconnected from modern culture and long for the past. Maybe it's through music, through art, through philosophy, or way of life. So many times when I meet old souls, it's like you would really meet a human from the past. Sometimes they dress like that. Sometimes they talk like that. Sometimes you look into their eyes and you just see something ancient, something very, very pleasant, very calm energy, but ancient. Even I, when I'm reading books, I'm so attracted to ancient wisdom, not to modern thought so much, but to ancient ones. Ancient Egyptian philosophies, ancient Greek philosophy, ancient Rome philosophy, and anything mystical. I just feel so deeply drawn to it because I feel in modern time we've forgotten where all this knowledge is coming from. I feel in ancient times all these philosophers were very deeply spiritually matured and evolved, and they've tried to ground it, to make it as practical and grounded as possible. But they've been very spiritually matured, and I feel so attracted to that because in this time we are bringing it back. And because this is the time of awakening the ancient era once again, the ancient wisdom, the ancient knowledge, we feel like it's time to wake up. So if you are like someone who would be sitting in a cafe in, let's say, 1920s or something like that, writing poetry and thinking about the universe, or maybe even going back 2000 years, sitting somewhere in the pyramid meditating, well, then you are most definitely an old soul, wandering around like, what is this place? Well, many times it may feel strange, but you're here for a reason. That's why you want so deeply to help others, uplift others, raise the energy on this planet so more people can feel what you feel. Just embrace that, because through doing that you will free yourself. What's a big challenge for many old souls at this point is that they start judging this world because it's so out of sync with what we feel. And therefore we tend to try to maybe escape it or blame it or just think about how many things are wrong. And what you need to do rather is to find out how could you bring more of what is in sync with life here through some kind of work or through some kind of an outlet that fulfills you, that makes you passionate, that makes you joyful, because through joy and playfulness you raise the frequency, and whatever provides you that, there's always something that provides you that. Joy, playfulness, curiosity, passion. There's always something that awakens this energy inside of you. When you find it, just do more of it, and the universe will open new doors for you. Because your advice always feels like it comes from someone much older and wiser, and that's something that's so valuable. Like, I don't know how many of you, I feel that I've always loved to talk with way older people. I feel they're more grounded, they're more calm, they're more stable, less chaotic. And that's most probably how also other people feel around you when you share your perspective. Not everyone is ready. Not everyone is willing to listen. But well, when you find an outlet, those will come who are ready to listen, to hear. And therefore you activate in them something that's so very well activated in you. You kind of make them remember something they've forgotten. So you're doing a divine work in this sense. How many of you value experiences and emotions over material things, my friends? How many of you value that? Because most old souls prioritize meaningful connections, deep emotions, and personal growth over wealth or material success. It's a sign that you are an old soul because, well, we may have a great joy with all the material life. Like, I enjoy it a lot. I enjoy luxury sometimes. I enjoy to travel. I enjoy good food. But I would never put it above my well-being or my sense of peace or my emotional experiences I have when creating art or when just enjoying something maybe spiritual or having a mystical experience in meditation or something like that. I just feel, material life always comes secondary. Firstly, there's something more maybe spiritual. Like when I'm doing art, I experience something, nothing else can provide me that. Or when I have a deep conversation with someone, a healing conversation, it just nothing else can provide me that. Doesn't matter how much, or what kind of material things, money or any of that. Those are all great things and I enjoy a lot, all of it. But it never provides me such a deep sensation than having a deep conversation, deep healing conversation, or doing an art that, I see in my mind. All my paintings were created like that. I sit in my mind's eye and I paint it. And nothing else gives me this kind of a feeling. So if you feel like you value experiences and emotions over material things, well, that's something special. And most probably you have this ability to connect with people on a soul level. And people come to you opening up because there's just something about your energy that people feel. Like old souls often have an intuitive way of understanding people beyond just surface interactions. And it makes you such a good communicator. Maybe many times you've been thinking why so many people feel so attracted to you, why so many people feel so, why they just feel safe with you. Animals feel safe with you. Have you noticed that? Maybe a dog owner says, oh, my dog is never so, safe with a stranger, but comes to you and is just, happy around you. It happens to me all the time. And that's just something about your energy. There's, through time we learn the wisdom of life, which says that slow movement brings stability, while fast movement brings chaos. And old souls often move a bit slower. They understand life is not a sprint, it's a marathon. It's about slow progress. And therefore, because you already have this wisdom, your energy is more stable. It is more calm. Even though you may still have many hard times in your life because the world is just out of sync. But your core frequency is very stable and animals feel that. You can go into a wild nature, but animals will just feel safe with you. Have you experienced that? Energy never lies. That's why people are constantly opening up to you. Yeah, sometimes it's also awkward and sometimes it's also exhausting. So you need to learn to protect your energy because, yeah, it's a rare thing what you have. But just know you're not strange, you're not weird. It's just your energy. You see, the world needs more people like you. The ones who see beyond the surface of things. And I'm saying that to encourage you to know that you are special, Not in a bad way, but in a natural, good way. You've been through a lot because life, activated you to be of service with your presence to others. You don't need to do much. You don't need to do something spiritual if you don't feel like that. You don't need to be or dress certain way if you don't feel like that. You just need to be, and that's enough. You are already seeing that. You're just being you and people come to you. You're just being you and people ask you for advice. You're just being you and it feels like you're a leader of the community. Not doing anything special and people come to you asking you all kinds of questions. Like you're a prophet. Maybe you are, right? So you see, it's embracing yourself and knowing that old soul, has a lot of wisdom. Dolores Cannon often joked like old souls are slow learners. That's why they're reincarnating over and over and over again, and they haven't come to the nirvana state, right? It's a joke, but you've also most probably came here because you've decided that you want to bring this energy here. When you've been looking from above to this world, maybe you felt like people of this world need some fresh new or maybe old energy. But then you came here and you've forgotten it and it became all strange and weird. But also you know that it's a right thing to be here at this time. Even though it may not feel like that, know that you are not truly lost. You already belong here. And just get more in touch with your nature, with what feels natural to you, and embrace it, because that's what truly makes you you. Okay? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. As I said, old souls will understand this. So to all of you old souls, I love you all, my friend. I love you all, my friends. Keep shining, keep being you, and let the life open doors for where you belong the most, and enter them. Be brave enough to enter them. You know you have the courage, the strength, the perseverance, everything you need. So just be you, my friend. I will leave you here. I hope you've enjoyed in today's painting. To anyone who would like to get a print of it, go into the link in the description of this video, where you will find our art store, AttractPassion.com, and check out which painting resonates with you. If you would like to get the one from today, just type in the search "The Source" and you will find this one. It's called The Source. So check it out. It's available in different sizes. Big thanks to your support, because by buying my art, you're supporting this mission. So I'm truly grateful to you. And also big thanks to everyone for joining our Patreon community. You can also find the link in the description of this video. Join us there, and till next time, one love.